So here we are, back to the live. And here we keep continuing on the riding across of consciousness with the 4-6 profile. I love the fourth line here, the line of the hunter. This says so much about consciousness. After all, every once in a while I look at the fifth gate, as I do with the 15, and I think how amazing it would be to elaborate all of the life patterns just out of this construct, because they're all there. And for me, the hunter line says so much about what it is to be human. Watching as a guarantee of survival. The fifth gate does not speak. As a whole, sacred gates does not speak. The non-sacred beings. That's very important to grasp. If you're a non-sacred being, if you're not a generator, the sacred doesn't talk to you in the same way. It's not speaking directly to you. Certainly not speaking to me. Waiting as a guarantee of survival. The creative genius. There's only 6 lines of genius in the 384. The creative genius to transform the most passive experience into active achievement. The other side is the variety of a personality so strong that unwillingly to hide behind the blind threatens its very survival. The hunter and the stability of the generator. The generator can be two things. You're sitting here in the woods and you're hunting deer. Now, there are two things you can do. You can run all day looking for the deer, trying to chase down their tracks and going everywhere. This is the generator as a manifester. This is the vanity trip. You can chase after things and it's going to work for you and you're going to get what you want. It's also a great lesson for all fours. The other side of it is waiting as a genius. You get yourself a nice place in the woods. You set up a nice blind. A blind is camouflage, and behind that camouflage, you set up your radar. You have headphones so you can listen to the music. You have a nice little warmer so you can drink tea. As a matter of fact, you can set up your rifle and tripod and connect it to your laptop, and you just wait with your mouse to click the cursor. And not only that, but you can automate the whole damn thing that the gun will shoot the moment that the beast is in front of the weapon because the radar pinpoints it. And then you sit there, you read a newspaper, you listen to Mozart, what a wonderful day. And sooner or later, a deer is going to walk by. It's going to come by and the gun will go off and it's time for dinner. Now, these are the kind of things of sacred beings. There are sacred beings who know are not self. These are sacred beings that chase game all the time and they never get to fulfill their appetite. And there are sacred beings who sit behind the blind. They're waiting for a response. And whatever they need is simply going to walk up to them. So this is the line of the hunter. It's one of the great magical lines. It's very beautiful, and it speaks so profoundly to the nature of what it is to be a generator. It also says something profound about the fourth line networking. You cannot build a network by chasing after it. You can only build a network through response. No other way. All these people that try to create network end up a little bit of trouble instead of seeing potentials where they can respond to the creation of a network. The hunter. So when you're dealing with the 4-6, you don't learn how to hunt from the wrong people. The suspectively to conditioning of the generator that comes into the world to have this instinct that its parents wanted to be a manifester. The generator are never told about camouflage. They're never told about listening to Mozart and waiting. They're told to get out the door and go chase that deer and don't come back until you have it. Well, we know what happens. Remember what this line is all about. This is not a line to be messed with. This is about survival. And we're not talking about individual survival, which is something that integration deals with. We are talking about collective survival that threatens everybody. Whenever you have a problem that is profound in a human being, you can always find the source in its vanity. It's one of my favorite tunes. Vanity, vanity, vanity. Solomon's line. Everything is vanity. It is true. The enormous dilemma that the sacred be, because it's endowed with so much power, assumes that it's the master of that power. That's not going to succeed unless it chases after things. So the whole thing about the 4-6 is it never really gets to use its hunter's capacity to perfection until it's gone through the whole process. In other words, it's got to get to the Chironian stage of its life before it can really integrate this as a life process, and in that sense, to be influential to others. So, good luck with that. Waiting. That's the thing. Simple.